Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren in the Books. And today I'm going to be talking about my September TBR, the books that I plan to read in September. I am so effing happy it's going to be September. I am sick to death of this hot, horrible weather. It's boiling now. I've got the bloody balcony door closed so I can film. And I'm just so hot. David and I do not function well. We barely speak to each other in the heat. We're just like, oh, it's too hot, isn't it? So September, that is exciting. It's David's birthday in September, so very excited about that. And it just means that autumn's coming. Autumn is my favourite season. I absolutely love autumn. I like a bit of sunshine, but a bit of a chill in the air. Put a scarf on, put a hat on, yum, yum, yum. But I always keep saying about how I'm doing these like pared down TBRs where I get to pick a lot more books that off of my shelves that I want to read, or books from the library, etc, etc. But I've actually got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books that I want to read in the month of September. So I will start with a few of the ones that I'll start with my buddy read books. So I'm doing 2 buddy reads in the month of September. The first one is with Amanda Center, whose channel I absolutely adore, and Amanda and I are going to be reading The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie by Muriel Sparks. This is a little tiny baby thing, and I've been meaning to read it since I got it for Christmas last year off of David's mum and dad. I'm sure David's dad had a part to buy this for me, and it sounds really, really exciting. So I'm very, very much looking forward to this. We think we've scheduled this for the 1st of September. I'm hoping to actually maybe get it done on the 1st, if not the 2nd of September. So very, very excited to read a bit of Muriel Spark. Very excited. Then I will be buddy reading in the middle of the month, Chasing the Stars by Mallory Blackman with Eleanor from Eleanor Reads Books. This sounds really good, and I've read the Mallory Blackman series Noughts and Crosses, although I'm not sure if I actually ever got to the 4th book, because I think when I finished reading them there wasn't a 4th book, and then I was like, oh Jesus, there's a 4th book, and I never got around to it. So, and I will definitely go back and reread Noughts and Crosses because I absolutely loved that series. It was brilliant. This is about, I love this front cover, it's got like sparkly like stars underneath it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Olivia and her twin brother Aidan are heading alone back to Earth following the virus that completely wiped out the rest of their crew and their family. Nathan is part of a community heading into the opposite direction, but on their journey Nathan's ship is attacked and most of the community killed. Only a few survive. Their lives unexpectedly collide. Nathan and V are instantly attracted to each other, deeply head over heels like nothing they've ever experienced. But not everyone is pleased, and surrounded by rumours, deception, even murder. Is it possible to live out a happy ever after? So yeah, I mean, it's very YA, which I am aware of, but I haven't read any of that for ages, and I love Mallory Blackman, so I was just excited to read that. So those are 2 buddy reads I'll be doing. So my book clubs I've got 2 book clubs that are going on that I need to read books for. The first one is my online book club. We will be reading Viral by Helen Fitzgerald. This I got kindly sent to me for review by Faber. Thank you very much, Faber. So this is about somebody who makes a sex tape, who I'm not sure if it's a sex tape or there's an online video of her drunkenly performing multiple sex acts in a nightclub, and it gets aired on the internet, goes viral, and it's just her dealing with it and things like that. So I thought this was would be really interesting, and we are going to be reading that for online book club, so that's very exciting. Then I will be reading, and I'm really excited about this. We've had this in the pot for ages and I've been waiting for it to come out. So my book club at work, we will be reading Nora Webster by Colin Tobin. So I have read Brooklyn by Colin Tobin and loved it. I've got a feeling I've read another of his, but I can't think which one it is. But I've been looking forward to reading this for ages. We had it in the pot, and when it came out and I knew that I was going to have to read it in time for October book club, because we always discuss the first Tuesday of the month, I was like, I can't wait until then because then I get to read this. So I absolutely love Brooklyn so much. So it's normally about, well, he writes like family sagas about lives set in Ireland. Brooklyn was set in Ireland and in New York as well. This looks like it is also set in Ireland in the 1960s. Nora Webster is living in a small town looking after her 4 children, trying to rebuild her life after the death of her husband. She is fiercely intelligent, at times difficult in impatience, at times kind, but she is trapped by her circumstances and waiting for any chance which will lift her beyond them, etc. So really looking forward to reading that. So those are my book clubs and my buddy reads out the way. So I also have been meaning to read, and definitely will read. So earlier this year, you might remember that I started a series which I am now going to call I Have Never Read. Never have I ever read we'll decide what I'm going to call that series. Basically, talking about authors that I haven't read books by, that I definitely should have read books by. That sunlight, I'm worried it's going to be glare in there, so I'm going to take these off. That I definitely should have read. So one of those authors that I started with was Daphne du Maurier. So I made this book saying I was going to read Daphne du Maurier books probably about 3 or 4 months ago. I've read one. I've read Jamaica Inn, and I bloody loved it. So I will go into more detail about Jamaica Inn in my wrap up, but I've also got Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier and Frenchman's Creek by Daphne du Maurier to read this month. So I'm very, very excited to read these this month as well, so I will get round to that. Then I recently went on a trip to London. I've shut Minnie out on the balcony, I hope she's okay. On a trip to London to go book shopping, and during that bookshop I bought Names for the Sea, Strangers in Iceland by Sarah Moss. This is a non-fiction book about Sarah Moss and her husband moving their 2 children to Iceland. I recently read The Tidal Zone by Sarah Moss and absolutely loved it, like probably the best book I've read this year, so really looking forward to reading some non-fiction by her, and can't wait to read this. I'm going to check on Minnie to check she hasn't thrown herself out the balcony. Do you want to come in, little purse? I've got her in and now she's there, so she's not going to get her tail in the way. You going to come over here? Come on. Nobody's seen you for a while. Let's have a look. Oh, here she is. She's not very happy in the hotness, are you, Bubba? What are you doing? Oh, you're running away. Oh no, this has all gone terribly wrong. There we go, up we go. Good girl. Yeah, so Names of the Sea by blah, 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 blah. So also I keep saying about rereading the Harry Potters. So I like to reread Harry Potters every year, and I have got to the point in which I will be rereading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which I was supposed to read in August, which I never got round to. It is the 26th of August, so there is still a chance, but I've also got a few more books I want to finish in August. You're such a beautiful baby girl. So hopefully I'll be reading this. If I don't end up reading it, I will listen to the audiobook of it, because I've got a spare credit going at the moment, which I will spend on the audiobook for that, because I do enjoy the audiobooks. And lastly, I have a book from NetGalley at the moment, written by Graham Norton, actual real life Graham Norton. It's a novel called Holding, which is set in a rural village in Ireland. Another book set in Ireland. And I love books set in Ireland. I really enjoy a book set in Ireland. And this one is about a really quiet village, which then becomes not so quiet when they find human remains there and people's secrets start coming out and things like that. So I'm looking forward to reading that as well. So those are the books that I will be reading in September. Oh my goodness me, this is heavy. Let me know what you are going to be reading in September. And if you've read any of these books, what you think of them. And I will see you all again soon for another BookTube video. Good.